no way possible that a man who uses the words rat, snitch, snitching, and snitches so loosely in his titles could be a snitch himself. Right? Wrong.
Our prophet is a rat. Our prophet allegedly testified against somebody in Michigan back in 1993. Let's get to it. Thought on our prophet, a former state witness, glorifying gangster and condemning snitches in his documentaries. The documentary producer, our prophet, a.k.a. Alan Kenneth Bradley, if you do a simple background check, has some involvement in a drive-by shooting on March 28, 1993, in a Romulus, Michigan, Detroit suburb, where a 17-year-old kid was killed. He was charged with murder. In exchange for becoming a state witness, the homicide charge was dropped and he testified against two people. He pleaded guilty to accessory after the fact in exchange for his testimony and was sentenced to several years probation. You can find news story on the case in the newspaper, the Romulus Roman, if you search the victim name, Bayat Arad.
So we just went through word for word what's written from the courts and from the newspaper article and from these documents here. It obviously lets you know that this dude turned state witness. So my point is, homie, it's not about what kind of documentaries you made, this, that, and the third. Stop going around saying that you was in the streets and you did this and you did that, and you're bashing other people like blacks, Hispanics, and it's really not about race. It's just the point that you're bashing rats, dude, and you yourself are a rat, man. So look, I don't give a fuck about how many documentaries you made and who was the first to do this and who was the first to do that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. At the end of the day, dude, you're a rat.
All right, peace. Check it out. So I went into Glaze's video, right? I saw Glaze put up a video about Al Prophet being a rat and but Prince being surrounded by rats. Whatever, that's the video, surrounded by rats. Where he called Al Prophet out for being a snitch, right? Or a rat, whatever you want to call it. I went in this video and I said, where did you get this information? Something to that effect, you feel me? I made a comment. After I made the comment, though, somebody hit my inbox on the Instagram and shit. It sent me a link to, you feel me, basically the Reddit. Because it was a Reddit post or something like that, where somebody made a post saying that he was a rat and he testified and this and that and the other. Now, all of that, I ain't going to say all of that is true. It's true that he cooperated. But is he a rat or a civilian? You feel me? Was he a street nigga or a civilian at the time? Is the question that need to be asked. You dig? So I went on that and then I put it in my Google search. On Google, I asked the motherfucker AI, is Al Prophet a rat? It said yes, he cooperated. Did Al Prophet cooperate is what I said, not is he a rat. It said yes. He cooperated and this and that and the other, blase, split, woo-de-woo. I say, damn, then 504 Street Stories, you feel me? Some shit popped up on that, because you know how once you jot something in the box enough times, shit start popping up. The videos start popping up. Who is it? 504 Street Stories and Worldwide Gangster News. He did about 2-3 videos on Al Prophet dating back maybe about 10 months or so. But I ain't know till Glaze said what he said. But like I said, man, motherfuckers might be jumping to a conclusion calling him a rat. Here's what it is. What is it? March 29th, 1993. Bayet Elrod was killed when the home he was sitting in, when the home he was visiting on Whitehorn Street was peppered with a dozen or more shots. Rest in peace to dog. The defendants were Kofi Myler. He was 18. Niall Miles. He was 15. And the alleged shooter, Alan Bradley, who you would know as Al Prophet. He was 17 at the time. Right? So not old enough to buy liquor. Not old enough to buy cigarettes. You're still a kid. You know what I'm saying? in the paper, what lets you know it's true is in the paper it says, what lets me know it's true rather, because I ain't got no real paperwork on it. I don't know where the 504 Street Stories nigga got that shit he looking at. None of that shit is saying what he's saying. If you peep, when Dog is running that shit down the line saying this happened on that happened, none of that shit says what he's saying. It ain't like, I guess he's not reading from what the fuck he's showing us. You dig what I'm talking about? Look, go back in the beginning and rewind or watch his video. The links will be in the description box to the couple videos he got. That shit don't add up to what he's saying, dog. Or my eyes too slow. I don't know where he reading from, but this ain't no Fed case. You know what I'm saying? This went to Frank Murphy. This some state shit. You dig? So he'd had to do a Freedom of Information Act or something like that in order to get that type of paperwork, and it wouldn't look like what was across the screen. Nah. The paper though, the Roman, what is it? The Romulus Roman, which is Romulus is a suburb of Detroit, says the key portion of the key portion of the examination last Wednesday came during Bradley's testimony concerning the fatal Romulus shooting. His attorney and assistant prosecutor Curtis Smith had agreed to a plea bargain that would allow him to testify against his co-defendants in return for a probation sentence. So he indeed did testify against these dudes, but you know, from my understanding of what's going on, he was a college student. Not only was he a college student, he was a college student with a job. 17-year-old college student with a job goes to a party in Romulus and with a couple of dudes he knows, and somebody do something dumb. He drove back to Detroit. This is my understanding of what happened. They came together, they left together. He ain't had nothing to do with the shooting. He's supposed to do life for that shit? He's supposed to do 10, 20 years for that shit? Man, I hope you niggas ain't out here teaching y'all kids. I hope y'all, listen, man. Listen, man. That don't look like a rat to me. That look like a civilian, a 17-year-old college student with a job that went to a party where his mans and them got into some shit. He went to a party with some niggas that got into something and did something dumb. I don't know if I can call him a rat. You feel me? We need more details about this situation. Now, there's some sketchy shit in there, true indeed, that I seen, but the 504 Street Stories nigga talking about he professes himself to be a gangster and he said he was running shit in Detroit or running crews and this and that and the other and blase splee. He should know better. Nigga, I ain't never heard Al Prophet say no shit like that. You feel me? I'm subscribed to Dog and I'm not defending him. Don't get me fucked up. I believe he done took shots at me more than once over my Alpo content. You feel me? But nonetheless, I ain't never heard him say. I done heard him say he was around, sir. I've been around people that was da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I was around when such and such, such and such. Always around, not never he ran a crew or he was doing this and that and other blase splee. So, you know, and that's just to say that I ain't never seen it. And then if he was doing that, why wouldn't you put the video up? You feel me? I show and prove, nigga. 504 Street Story, put the video up where he was talking about he ran crews and shit like that in Detroit or whatever the case may be. I want to see it. But outside of that, I don't know if I can call him a rat. He cooperated for sure. But he looked like a civilian to me. He looked like what they said he was, a 17-year-old kid, college kid with a job that ain't never been in no trouble. So he just all of a sudden start killing niggas? Somebody with him made a bad decision. Should he suffer for it? You be the judge. Let me know, man. Jump in the comment box, man. I just felt like that was funny. You mean, I guess motherfuckers trying to pull the sheets off Al Prophet or whatnot, trying to hurt his, I don't know, hurt his brand, his fan base or something like that. But it's backfiring, man. I looked at the comments in a few of these motherfuckers like, so I'm still gonna watch his channel. So his shit's still good or whatever the case may be. So All that exposing don't do much but drive more traffic to a nigga channel sometime, man. As far as I'm concerned. Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.